Hi, everybody, and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this episode, we're trying something new. I decided I wanted to review a show weekly, and I didn't want to do Raw, I didn't want to do SmackDown, didn't want to do Dynamite or Rampage. There's a million channels that review all of those shows. So my thoughts were either going to do NXT 2.0, NXT UK, possibly Strong or Strong Elevation, but I settled on this show because to me I think it's a show that gets covered the least, but more often than not, it's my favorite show of the week. And the show we're going to review, and this is the first time we're doing this, New Japan Strong. We're going to start off on episode number 83. We'll grade everything here on a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. And it's kind of a sliding scale. I'm going to let you know, with knowing that Strong is a quasi-developmental, is a way to get the LA Dojo kids on TV and getting some experience, mostly more than anything else, to discover new talent for New Japan and New Japan in America. I'm a little more lenient on these scores, so I may rank these higher than what you would think someone should. I digress. Jumping right into the show, our first match of the night is a 6-man match, which if you follow New Japan, they do a lot of multi-man matches that actually mean a lot. It's more than just your thrown together match that most other companies do. They actually progress storylines more in these type matches. I digress, getting away from the subject. The first team is Kiata, DKC, and Fred Yehai versus the Stray Dog Army of Mysterioso, Bateman, and Barrett Brown. I enjoyed this match. I thought this was a really good match to start the show. Like I said, New Japan uses these matches to help build their stories. They're not so much... They don't rely on storylines per se, like backstage segments as much, or interview segments. They kind of use these to show like a guy. They'll have people that are feuding against each other in these matches, and someone might pick up a win over someone you didn't expect in these type matches, which furthers that storyline. I thought this was a solid opening match. Fred Yehai is one of the best talents in the New Japan Strong. I really enjoy Bateman. I think he's got something special. Barrett Brown's a guy that's been just bubbling under for the past number of years. Mysterioso, a great luchador. Kiata, this is one of the first few times I've seen him. I may have seen him 4 or 5 times before this. And if I've seen him more than that, I honestly don't remember. And that's no disrespect to him. DKC, another guy I've not seen a whole lot of. I've seen more of him than I know of Kiata. I thought this was a really good opener, really nice pacing to it. They gave it a good amount of time so there could be stories told during the match. The team of Kiata, DKC, and Fred Yehai pick up the win. I'm going to give this one a 4. I thought it was a really solid opener, a really good way to get us into the show and get us hyped up really early. And basically, what's a 3-match show that takes just under an hour. Next up, and this I kind of thought was weird, because when I seen the match card, they emailed me the match card. I thought this was going to be I thought this was going to be the main event, but I wasn't disappointed in the main event. We got Blake Christian versus Chris Bay, the Judas, the turncoat, the guy that turned on, one of the people that turned on the Gorillas of Destiny, but I digress. This is a great match. Blake Christian's a guy, I really enjoyed his work. I really enjoy his work in Game Changer Wrestling. To me, he's one of the studs of Game Changer Wrestling. I liked him in NXT when he was there for the short while. The stuff he was doing in Strong before going to NXT, I really liked. Chris Bay's been a highlight of Impact Wrestling for the past little while. In kayfabe separated, because I'm a GOD guy, he's a great prospect and has a great future above him. I believe he's only 24 or 25. I don't think Blake Christian's that much older either. Blake Christian might actually even be younger than that. I digress. I really don't know at what Blake Christian's age is. I should have probably looked it up. But anyway, these guys put on an excellent match. Commentary, which they did, their commentary on this is fantastic as well. You have Ian Riccaboni and Alex Kozlov. I really enjoy them as a commentary team. Ian Riccaboni, to me, might be the best straight guy commentator in all of wrestling right now. Better than Excalibur, better than Michael Cole. He's got something there that JR in his prime had, that Gorilla Monsoon had back in the day, that all of your great straight stick to the facts guys have. He has. He reminds me, and a lot of people don't like the guy, but he reminds me of a Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly does a fantastic job in New Japan as well. I thought this was a very good match. I thought it was awesome. Two of the great young talents in wrestling. Chris Bay picks up the win here. I'm going to give this match a 4. Again, just another really good match, a really good showing on the card. Really awesome to me. Now, last but not least, the main event of the evening, we have Ren Narita versus Buddy Matthews. And if you haven't been following along, Ren Narita is on excursion at the LA Dojo and kind of got stuck there due to pandemic. However, I think Ren Narita is one of the most exciting young boys they've had for quite a while. I mean, we got guys like Master Wato recently came out of the Young Boy system. Great O'Khan had come out of the Young Boy system. But I think Ren Narita and Shota Umino, who also is an awesome younger talent, I think they've got some really good talent coming up. I'm very excited to see where Ren Narita takes his career. Buddy Matthews is a guy everybody in the world loves. He's kind of the quote-unquote darling of wrestling right now, recently joined AEW. I hope he continues to work on Strong. I hope he continues to work with New Japan as well. I hope the door between New Japan and AEW stays wide open, because out of everything, the most of the dream matches I would want to see is going through those two doors. I'd love to see Okada versus Randy Orton at some point, but I don't think that's ever going to happen with the way WWE is, unless Orton leaves WWE. I digress. Go back to this match. This was an awesome match. Ren Narita has absolutely proved that he is the future of New Japan, not just in America, but New Japan in Japan as well. Whenever they're ready to actually pull him out of his quasi-young boy gimmick, and I'm interested to see what gimmick they put on him. Does he stay with the black tights and black trunks and boots and kind of go a path kind of like a Shibata? Or does he get a gimmick sort of like Master Wato did? Or does he get a gimmick similar to Sho and Yo have got recently? I'd like to see him kind of in a vein that they're doing with Sho now, where he's just a kind of an evil guy. I think he has that in him, and I really think Ren Narita is a really great prospect in New Japan, and I think he's one of the great ones to come out of this system in the last decade or so. Buddy Matthews does pick up the win here. Not surprised at that at all. It's kind of the New Japan way. The established star usually will beat the up-and-coming young boy. That's how they learn to get better. That's their story that they do with the young Lions. I thought this was a really good match again. I'm going to give it another solid 4. I liked every single match on the show. I did find it weird, and I know a lot, if you watch a lot of New Japan, you know they take some breaks to clean the ring. They did a ring cleaning break during the show, which is taped. They could have edited that out. I know they aired some of their commercials for their own New Japan Global, for their different cell phone games that they have, but they could have edited that. Just kept them commercials in and edited the break part out. Anyway, I digress. That's a minor gripe. To me, this was an awesome show. The hour long is a perfect time for something like this. It felt special. Everybody on the card felt special. All the matches had time to breathe. It didn't feel like they were rushed or forced. I give the whole show, as you can see, every match got a 4, so the entire show gets a 4 to me. I really enjoyed this episode of Strong. And also, let me know, did you enjoy this? Would you like to see me continue reviewing in New Japan Strong? I think it's something that I'm going to enjoy because since restarting this YouTube show, I'm doing more of what I enjoy and not so much what I felt I need to do. I felt before, and this is inside baseball, before I kind of stopped the show, and I stopped the show for about a year and a half, I felt like I was obligated to cover certain things. But now I realize I'm not obligated to do anything I really don't want to do. And I'm having a lot more fun with these newer videos. So, again, if you'd like to see this go on, let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit like and share, comment, all that fun stuff. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to see more of this. And if you made it this far, I know you're enjoying what I'm doing here. Put an 83 down in the comments for the episode number. I thought this was an awesome show. And with all that being said, my name is George Coles, and this has been my review of New Japan Strong episode 83.